Right again. Oh, there we go. It just like randomly was like, blah. Here, we're live now.
Like, here we go. Hi, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
So much to talk about.
I mean, I just like so much. It's out of control how much we have to talk about. But first, right out of the gate, we got to talk about Immune Super Boost from our friends at Healthy Cell. You guys, so here we've talked to you about how much more effectively your body absorbs vitamins and nutrients from these supplements than just a pill or capsule. We've already told you how much more effective these gel packs are in terms of having your body absorb all the supplements that you're trying to take. This, the Immune Boost, which by the way is blackberry flavored. And it's
so good. I love it.
God.
Yeah.
So good. So this is the strongest on the market in terms of an immune booster like vitamin pack that you can get. And it offers maximum absorption of C, D3, zinc, echinacea, and elderberry. So all the things that make you not get sick are jam-packed into this little gel pack, and you can shoot it, you can mix it into water, you can make it into a smoothie, however you want to take it. This is what you need for the upcoming fall, winter, like sick season, right? I mean, you need it now, let's face it, because everybody gets summer colds too. But this is amazing. And all the products from Healthy Cell are fantastic, and you can try them with 20% off your first order if you go to healthycell.com/chicks. Do what we do what Dr. Peter McCullough does, and get yourself some Healthy Cell. It's yummy, delicious, really good for you stuff.
Yeah, it really is. Really good stuff. And you guys don't forget to check out our Facebook Insiders group too. Facebook Insiders are thebomb.com.
Oh, show.
Check it out. Yeah.
Speaking of insiders, Brian Brumley, thank you very much for the super sticker. He says, happy anniversary to the charming and delightful C. Noons and her hubby. Happy anniversary, Christine.
Happy anniversary.
And thank you, Brian, for that super sticker. That was a really nice gesture to do that.
You crazy kids.
Okay, so we got to get into this whole Supreme Court hullabaloo. But first, let's quickly just mention that last night was the Met Gala. The whole Anna Wintour, whatever, hullabaloo. That's where people wear the crazy dresses, right? So like that's where Kim Kardashian wore Marilyn Monroe's actual happy birthday gown, which I'm very confused about this whole thing, because we have been told now for how long that Marilyn Monroe was a size 10, 12, and that was the desirable size back in the day. But the dress that Kim Kardashian had to lose 16 pounds to slither into, she is absolutely skeletal at this point. And it fit her like really, really tightly. So now I don't understand the sizes at all.
Yeah, there's no way that Kim Kardashian is a size 10, 12. There's just no way.
There's no way.
There's no way on God's green earth. She's just right. So I'm not buying what everybody's selling me. There's just no way. Yeah, and not only that, but like, how does one go about getting her dress? You know, I don't.
Well,
like,
you have to be Kim Kardashian, and then you have to work it out with Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, which actually has it and owns it. And then they had her come and try on a replica first to see if it fit, and the replica fit. And so then it was like a big deal with security detail, like guarding the dress when they brought her the real dress, and she didn't fit into it. And so that's why she went on like this crazy sugarless, carbless 3-week diet crash thing to fit into it. And so she squeezed herself into it, only wore it on the red carpet. And then as soon as she got into the Met Gala, she changed into a replica again.
Are you serious? Oh my God. Oh, I didn't know. Okay. So she was in a replica again the whole time. Okay. And then they took it, put it back in the museum. Interesting. Yeah. That's really interesting. Okay. I didn't know that's exactly what happened, because I actually don't really care that much, but that is interesting though, that they put her back in a replica. Okay. All right. Okay. And then the theme for the night was like, what, a glitz and glamour, or something in glamour. And I'd written about that at chicksandtheright.com, and how much I said that these people are completely tone deaf, and how, listen, I don't condone violence on the show, but I do want to punch a lot of these people in the face. But I don't condone violence on the show at all.
Never.
No.
But naturally there were so many amazing dresses, and then so many just train wrecks of get-ups, like always, right? Like that's how the Met Gala is. But Elon Musk attended with his absolutely stunningly gorgeous mother, and I have to show you guys this video because he was trying to do all the Kim Kardashian faces at all the cameras there, and it is just so Elon that everybody has to see how funny he is.
Oh my God. It really is the best part of the night. I think it's the best thing that happened all night. Don't you think?
He's so ridiculous.
That guy is like the richest guy on the planet or something. And he's like, his mom's like, yeah, I gave birth to that. Can you imagine? He's so funny.
He's ridiculous. He's just a ridiculous person, and I love that about him.
I do too.
All right, so big news of the day is that and this is bad, you guys, the fact that somebody leaked a opinion from the Supreme Court in advance of a court ruling is so freaking bad in every possible way.
Right.
But that is exactly what happened last night. And so if you hadn't heard, there was a leaked opinion. Apparently it was written this past February. And somehow, and we don't know how yet, but I assume that we will know how at some point, it was leaked to the press, and the ruling or the opinion was written by Justice Alito. And it essentially predicts or shows that the court will be overturning Roe v. Wade because it was an egregious ruling to begin with. You can imagine the freakouts. There were already people at the Supreme Court protesting en masse last night. And so there's been huge reaction to the fact that this was a leak. What does it all mean? Who would do such a thing? And so I have a couple of different clips to get into with different opinions. I've got an opinion from Jonathan Turley, an opinion from Alan Dershowitz, and then a breakdown from Shannon Bream, who I hope we still get to have on our deep dive next week. With all this happening, I would not be surprised if she ends up getting pulled away to do other things.
Right.
Because right now I'm like desperately wanting to talk to her. But so I hope we get to. But first is Jonathan Turley weighing in on this matter. He was on the Laura Ingraham show last night.
Yes, there are names floated out there. I'm not going to say any names on television. But there are people who've been connected to the author of the piece and who are current clerks. Again, I'm not going to get into it because we have no idea. But they're going to find out who they are. Does any of you on television tonight deny that we will find out who leaked this opinion? Any of you think we will not know who leaked this?
No, we'll find out. We'll find out who did it, Laura.
Turley, what do you think? Will they find out?
Well, I'm hopeful that we can. I know that Chief Justice Roberts is going to do everything he can. This is the greatest crisis, not just of his career, but of any modern Chief Justice. I mean, this is the sort of original sin of judicial ethics. It does not get worse. And I think that when you mention what is the court doing, I think Chief Justice Roberts has been meeting nonstop with the marshals and others to see how they're going to find the culprit here. And, God have mercy on that soul, because the court will have none. This is the worst type of attack you can launch against the integrity of the United States Supreme Court.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those
are some big words.
Yeah, those are some big words. But I mean, he's right. It's terrible. It's like we've seen nothing like that in our lifetime, right? And it makes me sick to my stomach that
I know.
happened.
Well, and it makes you wonder, I read all kinds of crazy conspiracy theories. There were people saying that's not even a real opinion, that it's just fake news. But by and large, most people like Jonathan Turley, Dershowitz, etc., do believe in the validity and the credibility of the actual opinion. And so and Shannon will break this down a little bit better about what this means and what will happen from here. But also here is Alan Dershowitz weighing in on what he thinks is going to happen.
Whether you think it's good law or bad law, constitutionalists, conservatives have argued it's bad law, that this is a right not enumerated in the Constitution, and that it actually is the role of the states to make their own laws here, and it wasn't the right of the federal government. I'm curious on your position.
Well, I strongly oppose overruling Roe versus Wade after 50 years, but I think it will be overruled. I am less skeptical than you are. I know Justice Alito. I know his writings. This sounds like a decision, a majority decision of the Supreme Court overruling Roe versus Wade. And I have a theory, and it's only a theory. I think this was leaked by a liberal law clerk who is trying to change the outcome of the case, either by putting pressure on some of the justices to change their mind, or by getting Congress to pack the court even before June, which is very unlikely, or to get Congress to pass a national right to abortion law, which would apply to all the states. And that would have to come to the Supreme Court to see whether that could be upheld under the Commerce Clause. But I think this is real. And I think that my theory is that it was leaked by somebody who wants to change the outcome. Look, I've been watching the Supreme Court for 55 years, and this has all the hallmarks of reality, and it does not have the hallmark of a decision that's likely to be changed. Maybe Chief Justice Roberts will go with the minority, but I think they seem to have 5 votes at this point to overrule Roe versus Wade. Look, it was always
Professor, let me interrupt you first.
Wow. Yeah, I know. Wow is right. Because, Dershowitz is like, he said it. He goes, I don't agree with it, but I mean, this will probably happen. And for a liberal, if that is true, if a liberal law clerk is the one who wanted to change the outcome and did this maliciously, oh my God, what in the hell is going on?
And it does have to be dealt with in the most, the consequence for this has to be humongous.
Right.
So, because it actually puts people's lives in danger. I mean, if the point of it is to threaten and intimidate a Supreme Court justice, I don't know how you get worse than that as a law clerk or whoever is the leaker. I don't know how you get worse than that. Like that,
right? You get life. God. You get life. You get life in prison for that. I mean,
that is it is traitorous. It is a betrayal of the entire system of justice.
I just can't.
It's bad.
It's really unbelievable. Really but you know that there are so many people on the left that are just cheering that person on, which is disgusting. Because take what you want out of the equation. I mean, this is such a betrayal of just the way that the United States works. And I think people are not thinking clearly. They're just not.
Well, and of course, like Bernie Sanders.
Why do you gotta, but why?
Because you're already talking about, codifying it into law. Because, the leftists that are like super freaked out right now are treating this opinion as though, first of all, it's already been a supreme, that it's already become a ruling, and that the ruling in fact bans abortions, which it does not.
It doesn't. It doesn't.
So everybody just needs to calm down. They need to find the leaker, but then mostly everybody just needs to calm down. But Bernie is like, we have to immediately pass legislation and whatever. So
I think you make a great point there. That if you look at it, which I haven't read I haven't read the whole thing either because it came out we haven't. But you're right about it not banning abortions entirely. I mean, that's not what it does. You know what I mean? It overturns Roe v. Wade. It doesn't ban them at all. Exactly. That's not what it does. And I think that's what a lot of people are thinking. Oh my God, I can't get my precious abortion.
Right.
And that's
it just goes back to the states, which is
where
it belongs.
Right. It goes back to the states.
We can argue that all day long, but but that's what it does. So people just need to calm down.
Right. Exactly. I think that's what, and a lot of these people out there are thinking, oh my God, I can't do it. But that's not what this is. There's just a lack of knowledge out there. So
exactly.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I have shared an email that we've received about one of our sponsors, but I thought this one from Kathy Blankenship was so great. She said, I was a long time customer of Proactive for adult acne, long story short, I got pissed off. I decided to give Genucel a try, and I ordered the most popular package. I was skeptical, but I thought, what the hell? How bad can it get? Let me tell you, this is worth every penny. Even though I still have minor breakouts, they are nothing compared to what I continue to deal with using a product that was designed specifically for my condition. So if any of your followers are dealing with adult acne, I implore them to give Genucel a try. I have found the Chamonix Genucel XV Anti-Wrinkle Cream and the Anti-Aging Primer are my two new best friends. So now I just need to get my Patriot Supply order decided on and jump in the shower for work. Have a fantastic day. Balls from Kathy Blankenship.
I love it. That's awesome.
Cool?
Yeah, the products are amazing. And the retinol cream is so great, you guys. Like if you haven't tried it, it really is fantastic. It's like no other retinol that I've ever used ever. So definitely check it out for Mother's Day.
I mean, you still have time, and that's the thing, because they do have free 2-day shipping. Like, so order now if you'd like to treat yourself or treat your mama or treat a mama that's in your life. Just go to genucel.com/chicks. It's up to 50% off right now. And then you can also join their rewards program for an extra 10% off. Perfect for Mom's Day. Genucel.com/chicks. Okay, let's get to Shannon Bream. Oh wait, you were gonna say something.
I was just gonna say, you guys, against my will, we're on TikTok. So if you get a chance, check us out on TikTok. I told
asking me on my personal account, where's Daisy? And I was like, she won't come.
I am not personally on TikTok. In fact, my daughter, I was waiting for it swimming last night. She came out. She goes, "What you doing?" I'm like, "I'm on TikTok." She goes, "Oh my God, Mom, you're on TikTok?" And I go, "Not personally." I go, "Miriam has like forced me to be on TikTok." And she's like, "Oh my gosh." And I go, "Yeah, she's forced me to be on TikTok." I go, "We have a Chicks on the Right account on TikTok." I go, "So I have to scroll." I go, "But just a little bit." I did like a couple minutes tonight just looking at stuff.
You're getting sucked in.
I'm not. I can see how that.
I can see me 2 TikToks last night.
Listen, and I said I can see how this stuff would decay your brain, and it does. Like, oh my God.
It does.
It does.
It's glorious.
Anyways, we're on it. If you guys want to decay your brains, then we're on it. There you go. We're just.
You should absolutely follow the Chicks on the Right account on TikTok. Faux show. Okay.
Right.
Shannon Bream, because she does a nice breakdown, and it's funny because she's like super careful about how she chooses her words, which I found interesting. Leah, thank you very much for the super sticker. Thank you very, very much. Let's hear from Shannon Bream right now.
Came on the air. Shannon, and you used to cover the Supreme Court for Fox, so you know the Supreme Court well. I cannot think of a single instance that I recall where there's ever been a leak at the court. So part of me is suspicious, but the specificity of it makes me think it would not at all surprise me if this is real.
Yeah, and I have been, I will say this very carefully, I have been not waved off that this is actually real. Now remember, this is a draft dated in February. These drafts go back and forth. They can change, votes can change until it actually is signed off by the 9 justices or, whoever, if there are people recused, all of the justices here in the case, till it's signed off and it's issued from the court's office officially as an opinion of the court. It's not the real deal. So this is a draft, if it is legit, as I've been led to believe it is, from February, which means a lot of things could have changed. There could be justices who would read this and say, like, wow, this is sweeping. I'm not prepared to sign onto something this sweeping. Or you could have 5 justices who've already said, this is something I will sign on to. And basically what it does, if this ends up being the opinion in some form or fashion, if it uses this wording, it's essentially sending the idea of abortion back to the states and saying they will decide, let the people there decide. It upholds the Mississippi law and says Roe and Casey got it completely wrong. It's over 100 pages. I am still reading, but the conclusions are there, Sean, if it turns out to be what ends up as the ultimate final draft.
So that's that.
Yeah, it is. Does it ever bother you that Hannity like interrupts people so much? Does that ever bother you? It bothers me.
Well,
he's an interrupter.
He did
a great job. He did a pretty good job there, but he interrupts people a lot. It drives me crazy when he does that. Anyways, because he just really does. I'm like, can you just let people finish? Kanye, I'm gonna let you finish. Anyways, I'm gonna let you finish. But yes, she explained that pretty well. And I listen, if I were like a betting person, because I don't really bet. I mean, I go to Vegas for like shows and sun, But if I were a betting person, I would say that it's real. What do you think? Do you think it's real?
Oh, no, yeah, without question.
Yeah.
But to her point, you know, if it is from February, then who knows if it's the latest iteration of what they're discussing right now? Who knows what's been passed around since then? I mean, I just, you know, no one really knows what to make of it until the court actually makes an official ruling. But now there's all of this unnecessary and undue pressure and intimidation on them. And that's not fair. That's not how the court is supposed to work. And that's why it's so important that they catch whoever this is and like put that person away forever, because this is not okay.
I totally agree. But let's hope that they actually do that, because nowadays it's like if it's a liberal involved in some sort of wrongdoing, I feel like they get away with so much crap these days.
I know.
You know?
Well, but I like, can you think of why? So say you're a clerk, or say you're on the staff in some capacity at the Supreme Court, and you are personally a conservative. What would be your rationale or reason for leaking that? You know what I mean?
You wouldn't do it. You just wouldn't. No, obviously it's some sort of liberal that has a vendetta, they're so personally wrapped up in this that they're just like, oh my God, I have to get this out. You know, I have to, because of reasons like packing the court or whatever.
Right.
There are reasons in the back of their mind that they think that they can somehow obstruct, or they personally feel like they're going to be responsible for making this go away or stop, or, you know, they feel like they're going to be some sort of hero in all of this, which is whack. But, you know, because at the end of the day, they're obstructing justice. They're doing something terrible, and they need to be punished for it, period.
Well, and even if their rationale isn't even, like, maybe it's a person who is a super leftist who actually doesn't even give a crap about abortion, but wants something that will inspire the left to actually vote this fall. And there's no better issue to inspire super leftists to vote than abortion. And if they fear that their precious abortion rights are going to get taken away from them, then that drives people to the polls. And when you've got Democrats who are so failing miserably in the polls right now, this would be a really easy thing to get people riled up to vote. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I mean, and nothing riles up liberals more than killing babies.
Exactly.
Right?
That's exactly right.
That says something, doesn't it? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Right.
All right. Let's switch gears quickly and just move back to the the Disinformation Governance Board, which, interestingly, if you think about the acronym, it's the DGB, not too far off from the KGB.
Oh my gosh.
But even Jake Tapper was recognizing that Nina Jankowicz has a problematic history when it comes to information in general. Here's what he said.
Republicans are specifically criticizing the woman who's going to head this office, Nina Jankowicz, who, if you look at her tweets, I have to say, like, her reaction to Christopher Steele has been credulous, believing him, and a reaction to the Hunter Biden story. I mean, there does seem to be a partisan interpretation of various forms of information or disinformation.
I think when you're in this space, the challenge is that you really have to play error-free ball. And this is an incredibly loaded, difficult place to operate for the government. It's a critical function, right? We as Americans need to know when there is information that is wrong, that is intentionally misleading, that's coming from foreign adversaries, or if it is coming from domestic groups who have, violent agendas. That's a much touchier area, as you say, but that doesn't mean it's not valuable. If you're going to do it, you have to be perfect, right? It should be civil servants who are essentially very careful about their public personas. I mean, it really just, as you say, the messaging is bungled. I don't think that their choice of a leader of it has necessarily helped.
Yeah.
Is it a critical function though? Is it? Because I disagree with that entirely. I don't think it's the government's responsibility to tell me what information is deemed, misinformation and what's not. I don't think it's a critical function of government. I just don't. I don't think it's their responsibility to tell me what. Right. I mean, that's exactly. You're absolutely amen to that. But I mean, for that chick to tell Jake Tapper it's a critical function, bullshit. It's not a critical function. Since when? Did the founders believe that? Where does it say that it's a critical function, lady? Because I mean, like all of a sudden, everybody thinks that this is some sort of critical function. It's not. Like, why are we at this place now where like a government needs to tell me what to think, tell me what to do, tell me what to say, tell me what to wear on my face? It's like, leave me alone. Let me do what I'm going to do. This is not what the founders intended. I don't, you know?
Well, Psaki was asked about her yet again. And she was outright asked if Nina Jankowicz has had, if she's the one that's like said all of these things that are literally disinformation in the past. And she believed that, say, the Russian Steele dossier was actually true. How can she be trusted? And will she censor Hunter Biden laptop? If she didn't believe that, will she censor it? And here's how Jen Psaki answered that question.
I want the people on this board to start censoring information that is not helpful to him.
Well, let me be clear on exactly what this board does, or what the work they are doing does. And in their announcement, which is publicly available on the Department of Homeland Security website for anyone to read, it says, quote, "The primary mission is to establish best practices to ensure that efforts to understand and respond to disinformation are done in ways that protect privacy, civil rights, and civil liberties, and the right to free speech."
But okay, there's this woman, Nina Jankowicz, who is going to be in charge of the board. She has said that she thinks the Hunter Biden laptop is Russian disinformation. So should we look forward in the future to her censoring internet traffic about the Hunter Biden laptop?
I think I noted exactly what the objective of the board is, including continuing the work of the prior administration. And the woman you noted has extensive experience and has done extensive work addressing disinformation. She has testified before Congress, testified in Europe. She has worked closely with the Ukrainians and has unique expertise.
He didn't ask for a resume. He asked if she was going to censor the Hunter Biden laptop story that she believed was misinformation. That's a pretty direct question.
Right. And I find it interesting that this falls under the Department of Homeland Security. They're not securing Homeland. They haven't done that yet. So then they add on this whole other level of bureaucracy bullcrap where this lady is getting paid to do stuff that I'm sorry, as a taxpayer, I don't need her to do. What I need you to do is to secure the homeland. We have invasion happening on the southern border right now. Y'all haven't dealt with that. So maybe deal with that first and then think about adding this, which is bullshit to add because I didn't ask you to add this lady. This is a whole other level of crap that we don't need to be paying for when y'all haven't done your job to begin with. I mean, I'm serious. Do your jobs. Like, I'm so over these people. Like, does that even make sense to you that this is under the Department of Homeland Security?
No.
Like, it's just people just start doing this stuff and they tell us these things and you're just like, when you start asking questions and like peeling the onion, actually they're adding to the onion, but when you start peeling the onion, you're just like, it doesn't make any sense. None of this makes any sense. This shouldn't be happening. We shouldn't have this lady doing this thing at all.
Can you imagine what she would do with the ridiculous guy that heads up the Birds Aren't Real campaign?
You've got to talk about this. You've got to talk about the birds aren't real, you guys. Birds aren't real.
The Birds Aren't Real guy. So if you haven't heard of the movement that started way back in like Charlottesville, at a rally where this kid who was brought up super conservative and was rebelling in some ways, he went to a rally, saw a bunch of Trump supporters and decided to troll them a little bit and grabbed a poster board and wrote on it in huge letters, "Birds aren't real," and like used that as his protest sign. Well, so he ended up creating a whole story behind this idea that birds aren't real that involved the CIA creating these drones that replaced all American birds so that these drones, these government-built drones, could spy on the American public. And everybody would just think it was fine because we just thought they were birds. So he created like fake CIA documents. He hired people to pretend to be CIA people that would weigh in. All these videos went hugely viral. And then unfortunately, even though most people were in on the joke, there were some people, the same people who believe in the Cobra water and like the people who believe JFK Jr. is coming back to life, these people, very susceptible to these ideas, were like, oh my God, birds aren't real. And so this became a problem because there were people who genuinely believed that birds weren't real and that they were, in fact, little tiny drones that were the government sent to spy on everybody. So he's basically like a walking Babylon Bee, this kid, right? So late last year, he outed himself and explained, I'm doing this as a way to like shine a spotlight of lunacy on the lunacy that are these crazy stories that go around. And so he was on 60 Minutes this past weekend, and he starts out being in character as the guy who really believes that birds aren't real. And then you'll see him break character. So anyway,
oh
he
my
broke
God.
character, and that's the end of the story. So
oh my God. It's just some kid. It's just a kid.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. You guys, it is time for My Pillow Talks huge BOGO sale, buy one get one sale on all things My Pillow, including our favorites, the towels, including Daisy's favorites, the travel pillows, including the sheets, the slipper. I mean, everything. Go to mypillow.com/chicks, use code chicks. You're going to get massive discounts on everything. So these are still from the weekend, these videos. Like I haven't even gotten up to the most recent ones I've saved because I'm still trying to show you guys all the ones from the weekend. So somebody sent this to me. I think it was my husband actually, and the caption reads, "It is scary how different male and female ducks sound from each other." Here's an example. That's a male.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine. They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
That is so
duck
funny.
world too, man.
Yeah, it's the same. That is so great.
You guys, if you are looking for a little outdoor like biology experiment with your kids, I had no idea that fuzzy caterpillars did this, but fuzzy caterpillars react to noise and talking from humans.
Oh
and
my
it
gosh.
is freaking hilarious. Look at this.
So these things are right here, but for whatever reason, when you talk, hello! hey, hey, okay, so these.
I have one on my windowsill right now. I'm gonna go.
You gotta go
today.
talk to it.
I'm gonna go talk to it today because Gwen and I have been watching it. It's like sitting on my windowsill right now. I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna go scream at a caterpillar like a complete lunatic. I'm gonna do that today. I'm gonna totally do that. It's on my bucket list today. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. It's just the greatest. Thank
Can't
you,
wait.
Robert. Oh, Robert Fitzgibbon said Happy Mother's Day and sent us a super sticker.
Oh my gosh. I totally forgot. It's this weekend, isn't it? Oh my God.
My mama's coming.
She is.
My mom's coming on Saturday.
God bless her. She's coming. I can't wait to say hello and like Happy Mother's Day to your mama. Oh my God.
I'm gonna make her. I'm gonna try. I think she'll be up because she's like usually up at like 4 a.m. So I think I'm gonna try. Assuming the time change isn't completely messing with her, I'll try to have her say hello on Monday.
Oh, that would be so great.
Yeah,
that would be
I'll
awesome.
try.
Yeah.
All right, here, you know how much I love it when people prank each other in a nice way. So this woman pranked her husband, and his reaction is just my favorite thing.
You gotta quit that shit. You gotta quit that shit.
Oh my God, he's so mad. He's so mad. Because he screams like a girl. That's why he screamed. And she got it on tape. That's the greatest. I love it.
Oh my God.
So great.
Okay, this one I'm going to show you because I don't know who this woman is or where she works, but her job is the greatest job on the planet because she gets to boop like every possible creature's nose. Look at
boop.
Got your tooth.
Oh my God.
Look how pretty.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Kenya.
She's booping all of them.
Boop.
Oh my gosh. The purring. Oh my gosh. Oh, the purring. Boop. Oh my gosh. I wonder what zoo this is.
I don't know, but man, what a job. And she even boops a bear.
Those are some big. Those are some big cats.
Look at this.
Oh.
She got to boop a bear.
It was a bear boop. Those are the best kind of boops, is bear boops.
Oh
my gosh.
I want to boop a bear.
Cute. The big cats are really pretty.
I know. They're just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, one more for today, and then we'll save some for tomorrow. So this woman has a really amazing idea about creating a dick pic database. And I think her rationale is a good one. She's looking for people to take this idea and run with it. Listen.
I was having a conversation this morning, and the topic of unsolicited dick pics came up, as it does. And I think I had the best idea I've ever had in my entire life. I don't know if it exists because I didn't take the 8 seconds to Google it, but if it doesn't exist and you have the tech skills to make it exist, then, and I think 15% royalty for me is fair. Dick pic database. It's where you can upload any unsolicited dick pics that you have received, including the name and location of the person who sent it to you. This is not about revenge porn. This is not your cheating ex-boyfriend. We'll have to find a way to verify that they are, in fact, unsolicited dick pics. And that way, anyone who then wants to date this person can go onto the dick pic database to see if they're there, to see if they're the type of person who sends unsolicited dick pics, because that's a very specific type of person.
Right.
Here's where the moneymaker is. Dating apps. So you link it into dating apps. So let's say you're on Tinder and you swipe in whatever direction you need to swipe in to say that you're interested in somebody. You get a little pop-up that says, hey, for 49 cents, would you like to find out if this person ever sent an unsolicited dick pic?
Yes.
Yet for $6.99 a month, would you like unlimited access to the dick pic database?
Yes.
It's fucking genius.
It is. That is that is unbelievably genius. Yes.
I know.
Back in my dating days, I would have paid that. Would you not have paid that?
49 cents if you are genuinely interested in a profile?
I would have paid this. I would have paid the $6.99 for the unlimited. I would have paid it. Totally would have paid it. It would have been worth it. Think about that. And we've received a lot. We've received some unsolicited pics of the dicks, have we not?
Mm-hmm. Well, and we haven't. We've always questioned, why do people do this?
We don't want to see that.
That wants this. Nobody wants
we don't. We don't want to see that, especially from that angle. We don't want to see it. It's like, it looks like cat brains. We don't want to see that. Make it stop.
Please
make
don't.
It go away. No. Just don't. No, nobody wants to see that. Okay, you guys, is that it? Are we done? Are we done with the talks today?
We are done.
Really good talks. I mean, yeah. Next time you should probably end with a screaming husky. Just because.
Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know if I have.
No,
one,
I mean,
I'm
not critiquing your talk skills because you're awesome at the talks. I'm just saying, on a Tuesday, we should probably. Also, I'd like to point out that I really liked your name today, Banana. Speaking of dick pics, your name was really good today. It was good. You guys,
tomorrow, just really quickly, because we didn't get to it today, we're going to have a clip from Governor and also one from Joy Behar.
Oh,
a nice balance out, right? So you definitely want to tune in tomorrow. Don't forget.
Okay. Everybody, bring it in. Bring it in.
Oh, I do have my chicken on today.
Oh my gosh. Very nice. You guys have the most splendid day, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
Bye.